I am Chiori, the owner of Chiori Boutique. Feel free to find me if you'd like to commission any tailor-made outfits. As for any other requests, it all depends on whether you have enough to offer in exchange. Just the rules of the business. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Also, smoking, drinking, and causing a ruckus are all strictly prohibited within the boutique. That whole "the customer is king" concept doesn't fly here. And even when royalty does come into the shop, if they don't adhere to the rules, they'll find themselves being tossed out and kissing the pavement just like anyone else. It's up to me to decide who I want to be, and to cut my own path. No one can tell me what to do. Ugh. Who says you have to use scissors to cut clothes? Leave those rigid rules behind. I much prefer using my own cutting tools. If you really like standing around like this, then why don't you just model for me? I'll design some wonderful clothes for you. It's not so much the rain that bothers me, but the mud. It's always such a pain to wash it out of my clothes. This reminds me of home. The way it comes floating from on high makes you want to reach out for it. But the moment it lands on your hand, its beauty dissipates. I suppose there are more similarities between snowflakes and fashion than I thought. Just how can I market high fashion here? Morning. Don't expect me to make breakfast for you. But if you're going to the cafe, be a darling and bring me a cup of coffee. Black, no cream, no sugar. Is it lunchtime already? I'm not even hungry yet. I don't plan on taking a break now. You go ahead. Ugh, it's so noisy out there. Has everyone in the entire Court of Fontaine decided to go out this evening? I'm going to go relax by taking a nice, long bath. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Many have expressed displeasure, both publicly and privately, about my personality, and have complained that my words can be hurtful. But if you ask me, all those showy pleasantries, greetings, and compliments are far more of a waste of everyone's time. If simply stating the facts seems hurtful, then perhaps they are too insecure. Take it from me. This one looks good on you. You've never seen a style like this before? Oh, that's because you've never met a designer with taste before. When I was a kid, my parents would send me to a variety of activities to help expend my energy. One such activity was learning the art of the sword. But after some time, I suddenly felt that a dual-wielding technique was really strong and impressive. It wasn't long before the instructor approached me and told me to stop practicing using that technique. When I asked him why, all he said was that it wasn't the standard sword technique and that it was improper. After that, I never attended his class again. Now that I think about it, it's fortunate that I insisted on following the way I preferred. Perhaps I'm just the sort who needs to keep both my hands busy. Tomoto is my first masterpiece. At the time, I was just thinking to stitch together a puppet girl who looked like me to be my model and assistant. Huh? What about a companion? No, I have no need for that. I don't think my temper is as bad as people make it out to be. I just don't like wasting my time on trivial matters, that's all. But for some reason, it's always those trivial things that come back to haunt me. So over time, I've ended up with a bad reputation. I would say that's completely unjust. I'm pursuing my dream through my work, and exploring the meaning of freedom through my art. What's the point of spending years and years of your life over something that's not near and dear to your heart? I can never forget the Inazuman desserts I used to indulge in as a child. But rather than the joy of tasting them, I've always been more interested in the process of making them. Had I been less drawn to the fascinating world of fabrics and color, the world would have gained another dessert chef. I can't handle food with particularly strong flavors, like haggis, for example. The experience of eating it is kind of like suddenly getting hit with a face full of geospectre out of nowhere. Does that make sense to you? I do love this dish. Why don't you bring me some more next time? Don't worry, I'll also bring a gift for you in return. Not bad. I think this would be most enjoyable after a hard day's work in the shop. Ugh, I am not fond of this flavor. Bring me something lighter on the palate next time. Yeah, happy birthday or whatever. Just tell me if there's a gift you like. I can't be bothered to try and guess what you want. Too direct? All right then. Why don't you grab Navia, Kirara, and the others, and maybe a few of your friends as well. We can have a party tonight at my place. I'll take some notes on the gifts that the others have prepared for you and make you an accessory right then and there. 10,000 more that you'd like it. Call it the confidence of the owner of Chiori Boutique. No good. Still feels too ordinary. Not bad. But it's still lacking the wow factor that makes it really stand out. Oh, that's more like it. I think I've got it. Of course, as a master of my craft, my hands will never shake while cutting fabric. But I'll admit, the excitement and anticipation has my heart really beating right now. Thank you for staying with me the whole time I worked on this piece. It is extremely important to me. I now have far more confidence in myself as I embark on the next step of my journey. Let's go, Tomoto! Next customer! Lend me a hand. I am the cutting edge of fashion. Delicate as silk. Scraps of color, scatter! The handiwork is all right, though I've made much better myself. Oh, so this is what you like? Let me take note of this. My clothes are ruined! Are you done? Time to teach you a lesson. Hey, who are you trying to impress? I don't make burial shrouds, you know. I wasn't cut out for this. I'll never accept defeat. But what about my brand? Is that all? How tacky. You've picked the wrong fight. Welcome to Chiori Boutique. Let me guess. Need something tailor-made? Let's get out and find some inspiration.